Well, let's just get to it. Lord Zedd returned in this episode, and it was freaking amazing. Like, to see one of the most iconic villains from Power Rangers history all the way back in Mighty Morphin is pretty amazing. But what else happened in this episode? Let's review Power Rangers Dino Fury episode 14. So this episode kicks off with an intruder entering Area 62, and we see that Void Knight tries to confront him, and it is Lord Zedd, and it's with a different voice. Rest in peace, Robert Axelrod, the original voice of Lord Zedd. We see that Lord Zedd is attacking Void Knight and everyone else, and we see that someone is controlling Lord Zedd, and it is Emperor Regal, and his whole thing is he has a collar that is on Lord Zedd, and we'll get to that point, and we see that Emperor Regal can bring back past villains and control them to some capacity, which will play into this episode. The Rangers are at Buzz Blast, and they are having a Halloween party, trying to put something together. The Rangers talk about how everyone has a past except Ollie, who claims that he has no fears. So the Rangers then set him up to try and go through a haunted course where they will see how long Ollie will last before he is scared. And while the Rangers are there, Ollie then goes through this course, and we see the Rangers are attacked by Emperor Regal, Lord Zedd, and two of the villains. They are attacked, and they are put in a circle, and they got sleepy collars. So all four of those Rangers are now sleepy, and they cannot fight back. Meanwhile, Ollie is going through his haunted course trying to get through it, and he is confronted by the two villains. And so what they do is Ollie then tries to fight these villains, and while he's successful the first time, they then eventually come back. So then Ollie then does these other keys, and he takes down the villains for now. But then we see that Zolan has caught up with the Blue Ranger, and we see that Zedd and Emperor Regal have a plan, and that is they can't destroy the Rangers because they need to have them around so that way they can capture them. And then Zolan explains to Ollie about Lord Zedd and how Lord Zedd is super powerful, and it's gonna take more than a couple of Rangers to take down Lord Zedd because of his power. We see some OG clips from Mighty Morphin where the Power Rangers were turned into kids, and we saw in the part of the very end of In Space where Andros had to destroy Zordon's power just to put Lord Zedd at bay, and we saw Lord Zedd and Rita turn to humans. We also find out with Ollie, he found out that the collars looked familiar and that they were from Beast Morphers, where the collar was used to control a past villain, which was pretty interesting. So Ollie has the idea of using a dagger to take down Lord Zedd's collar, and then we see Lord Zedd then go away because he needs to find his staff. So I do like the fact that Lord Zedd is not going to be a one and done. He is going to be going and trying to find his staff for next episodes. Meanwhile, the other two monsters we saw from the past, they go gigantic, and we got a Megazord fight on our hands. The Rangers then suit up into their Megazord, and it's in the blue version, and they take down the monsters of the week, if you will, kind of in that way. And then we see where everyone is dressed up, and we see that Zato is in his night outfit, and it looks pretty cool, and that is the end of the episode. Honestly, this was a very, very good episode. It was a 5 out of 5. I had no complaints about this episode, even though, yes, it's not the original Lord Zedd voice actor. What did you guys think of this episode or this video? Let me know down in the comment section below. Consider watching this review here where I have reviewed the previous episode. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Andrew Michael, and I'll see you in the next one. Go, go, Power Rangers.